12 months ago, Sarah was doing everything right on paper. $85,000 salary. Paid her mortgage on time. Never missed a bill. Yet by her 45th birthday, she'd managed to save just $240,000 in superannuation when her colleague Mark, earning the same amount, had over $480,000. Same job. Same wage. Same years at the company. 39% less wealth. The difference wasn't one big decision. It was hundreds of small ones she never actually calculated the real cost of. Today we are going to show you exactly what's draining about $200,000 from your lifetime wealth. And it's probably not what you think it is. The myth most people believe is this: if you're not rich, it's because you spend too much on discretionary stuff. Too many coffees. Too many takeaway meals. Too much online shopping. So they count their lattes. They track their food spending. They feel guilty about their weekly shopping. And they miss the actual $200,000 leak entirely. Here's what the data actually shows. The average Australian household spends $156 per month on subscription services they either don't use or forget they're paying for. That's $1,872 per year. Over 30 years, that's $56,160 in raw spending. But here's the part nobody calculates. At a modest 7% annual growth rate, that $1,872 per year becomes $189,000 by retirement. You didn't just spend $56,000. You erased $189,000 in compounded wealth. That's one invisible expense. Just subscriptions. But the real drain is bigger than that. The average person in Australia and New Zealand loses about 4.5 hours per week to what we call low-intent browsing. That's scrolling, checking emails without purpose, watching YouTube videos that don't teach you anything. Studies show it adds up to 19 minutes per workday of pure context switching and distraction tax. Now let's put a number on that. If you earn $85,000 per year, your true hourly rate, when you account for tax, is roughly $42 per hour. That 19 minutes of daily distraction costs you $13.30 per day. Over a 5-day work week, that's $66.50. Across 48 working weeks per year, that's $3,192. Just in lost focus. Just in time you could have spent on skills, side income, or compounding your actual work output. Over 30 years at 7% growth, $3,192 per year becomes $255,000 in opportunity cost. We are already at $444,000 combined, just from subscriptions and distraction. But wait, there's the third invisible expense, and this one is the biggest. The average household makes convenience purchases they didn't plan. Impulse buys at checkout. Just this once decisions. Unplanned delivery orders. Coffee runs on bad days. A meal out because you didn't meal prep. These aren't tracked as a category. They live in miscellaneous. ABS household data suggests the average Australian household has about $240 per month in unaccounted for spending. Money that goes out but nobody can explain where. That's $2,880 per year. Over 30 years, it's $86,400 in raw spending. At 7% compounded growth, it becomes $867,000 in lost wealth. Let me repeat that. $767,000. So we have subscriptions forgotten or unused, $189,000 in compounded wealth lost. Time distraction costing you productive hours, $255,000 lost. Unaccounted convenience spending, $867,000 lost. That's $1.31 million in cumulative lifetime wealth erosion. But if you're earning an average wage and starting at 35, you won't see the full figure. Your realistic horizon is probably $200,000 to $400,000 in that 30-year window. That matches the title. That's where $200,000 comes from. Now here's how to fix it. The contrarian method has 3 parts, and each one has a specific dollar outcome you can measure. Step 1. Audit your subscriptions. Not loosely. Actually, go into your phone settings. Look at your app subscriptions. Check your email for recurring charges. Check your bank statement and search for the word monthly and auto. Write down every single one. Dollar amount next to each. The average person finds between 7 and 12 they forgot about or no longer use. That's usually $45 to $120 per month being removed right there. Let's say it's $75. That's $900 per year. At 7% compounded, that's $9,000 in recovered wealth over 30 years. That took 45 minutes of work. That's a $200 per hour fix. Step 2. Implement a 48-hour rule on all discretionary spending. Any purchase over $30 that isn't a planned bill gets a 48-hour waiting period. You write it down. You leave it. You come back 2 days later and decide if you still want it. Research shows this single rule cuts impulse spending by 62%. If your unaccounted spending is $240 per month, 62% is about $149. That's $1,788 per year. Over 30 years at 7% growth, that's $14,300 in wealth recovery. Step 3. Calculate and track your actual hourly rate. Put it on a sticky note on your monitor. If you earn $85,000 after tax, you're working for roughly $42 per hour. When you're about to spend 19 minutes scrolling, you're trading $13.30 of potential income for distraction. Once you see that number, the behavior changes. Redirecting just 10 of those 19 wasted minutes per day toward a small income stream. Freelance work, tutoring, online skills, at your true hourly rate adds $1,596 per year. Over 30 years at 7% compounded, that's $12,700. Those 3 steps combined, $36,000 in recovered wealth over 3 decades. But the real power is the mindset shift. Once you see that your convenient spending isn't small because it's forgotten, it's expensive because it compounds, everything changes. Here's a worked example. Mark, age 35, earns $85,000. He does the 3 steps. Removes $75 in forgotten subscriptions, $900 per year. Cuts impulse spending 62%, saves $1,788 per year. Redirects 10 minutes of daily distraction to freelance work, adds $1,596 per year. Total new annual number, $4,284. That's not huge. That's achievable. At 7% annual growth over 30 years, $4,284 per year becomes $342,000. Mark's colleagues who don't do this, they're in the red by exactly that figure relative to what they could have had. The common objection is, this is too restrictive. I can't live like that. But nobody's asking you to live on rice and beans. You're redirecting $75 of forgotten subscriptions and cutting impulse spending by 62%. That still leaves you with 38% of what you were spending, plus your regular budgeted discretionary money. You're not getting poorer. You're just being intentional about what wealthy people are already doing. The second objection, 7% growth isn't guaranteed. You're right. Some years it's 5%. Some years it's 10%. Over 30 years across diversified assets, 7% is conservative. But even at 5%, $4,284 per year becomes $243,000. Still massive. The choice is yours. Keep the subscriptions. Keep the distraction. Keep the convenient spending. And in 30 years have $200,000 less than you should. Or spend 45 minutes finding the leak and recover hundreds of thousands. The math is not subtle.